Hey everyone, this is Animesh Mahato again, and today we are going to continue this series. In the last video, we covered till as one. Animesh Mahato again, and today we are going to continue this series. In the last video, we covered till the quality parameter. In this video, we are going to cover the repeat parameter and then two more parameters. So let's get started. So, according to the Midjourney documentation, as you can see, the repeat parameter creates multiple jobs from a single prompt. And basically, what it does is, so for example, you want to create an image, okay? But sometimes the results which come in the first result time is not so good. So every time, whenever you generate a result, you always rerun it from here. That okay, I want maybe two or three times the same prompt. Let's see what I get, isn't it? Then from that you have to decide whatever you want to go with. So instead of doing that manually, like basically whenever you write a prompt, a image generates, it takes some time to generate also. Then you rerun it, then again the time is there. So the main issue is if you are doing it over and over again, you end up wasting a lot of time. So for that reason, Midjourney released this parameter, which will basically do this job for you. So I'll show you how this works. Let's take our prompt. Okay. Now imagine and our prompt. What you have to do is dash dash repeat or simply R. That also works. And then you can specify the number of repetition you want. So for example, I want three repetitions. So let's write three and let's see the results. And it will ask you basically if you want to really run it for three times, then you can simply say yes, and it will start working on all three of those in the same time. So you don't have to wait around and click on regenerate every time. All your three results are already running. You'll get in them in the similar amount of time. So let's wait for it. Let's see what how much time it takes to generate all three of them this way. So now they are generated. As you can see, the results are very much good quality, and it's not like you're repeating the things, so it will be divided among all your tasks. They will still be generated in higher potential, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's how we use the repeat parameter. One image is still generating, but we end up saving a lot of time this way. Let's say instead of three, you are repeating it for 10 times, 12 times. So based on that, it will save a lot of time. Next, we have the seed parameter. This is one of the most important parameters you can ever use in Midjourney. So I'll read this out for you to explain. Then I'll explain you what this basically does. The Midjourney bot uses a seed number to create a field for virtual visual noise, like television statics, as a starting point to generate the initial image grids. Seed numbers are generated randomly for each image, but you can specify with the seed or seedless parameters. Using the same seed number, prompt will produce similar ending images. Okay, so let me explain you what this basically does is. So you generate an image. Okay, Midjourney always takes some kind of reference or some kind of data set to generate that image for you. So what it happens is if you generate that image again, you can see here also, we use the same prompt, but we got completely different results in every output. As you can see here, there is a main protagonist, few people are behind him, he is standing in the rain. Alright. Here, as you can see, there is no rain in one of the image or two of the image. There is a bit night type of scene, and they are in a boat in this time. In the third one, they are completely submerged in halfway submerged in water. They're fighting in water. They're fighting in fire like this. So even though the prompt are the same, you cannot expect same results every time you run, isn't it? So that might be a good thing in this repeat parameter case that you want different results. That's why you're running it multiple times. But sometimes, let's say you got something by doing a lot of prompt engineering and you want the same result again, but the issue is it's not generating the image. the same result. So you can use the seed parameter to tackle that issue. So I'll show you how this works. Imagine a white king. You don't even have to do it this one. Let's experiment on this one. So this one is the image we have. To get the seed phrase out of it, you can simply do this. And here you can send this envelope icon. After sending this envelope icon, Midjourney will return you a seed phrase. This is the thing we are looking for. Just copy this, and this time let's do the imagine prompt again. Let's use the same prompt. Okay. And at the end, we'll do double dash and seed, and then we can paste this. Always make sure the seed is the last thing you add as a parameter. So now what it will do is it will look through references which matches this value of seed, and then it will come across the data set which has been used to generate this image. It will generate very similar images based on that. As long it's like generating, I'll show you another thing. Let's say you want to choose your seed face. That also works. So for example, wait, imagine I'm putting in the same prompt again. Okay, same prompt. This time I'm defining the seed as one. Don't worry, the seed value does not mean anything. It just means arbitrary data point from where the data is referenced. So you can add any value here. It does not matter. The only thing matters is whenever you want to replicate the same result, make sure to use the same number so that your outputs will be consistent if that's what you're looking for. So I think the first image is generated. Let's see the amount of similarity in these two. Here, as you can see, most of them are in water, some in fire, and here same. You can see the pose of the main character is the same. There is rain, there is water, and these are two very similar in general, isn't it? The characters looks very similar. Out of the four images, you can match one person's face with another one. So this type of similarity does not come under when you generate it without a seed phrase. So you can see there will be different kind of images every time, but because we use the same seed phrase, it came out like this. I'll show you another example. This time we use seed one. Let's run this prompt again, and this time the results will be very much similar to the image which have been generated. As you can see, this image is very unique, and expressions are also very much like different in all across the images, and the characters are also. So let's see what it generates till then. So our generation is complete, and just have a look. It's actually the same image. So as I told you, the if you keep everything the same, the seed phase is also the same, then it will come up with the same image. So the best practice while prompting is whenever you're starting to do any prompt, add seed 1, seed 10, seed 100, whatever you like. And whenever you're developing on it, use the same seed space, you'll get very consistent results. Okay. So the characters will be the same, everything will be very, very similar. So now that you understand the concept of seed phase, let's move on to the second next one. So this is called stop. What stop does is while the images are generating, you might have seen a blurry kind of middle parts of the image that sometimes there is blurry, then less blurry, then final output. So sometimes you want, okay, let's see what it generates at the 90% mark. So you can ask ChatGPT to do exactly, sorry, Midjourney to do exactly the same thing. Let's try out with our same image. So we have this image. Okay, let's get the prompt, double dash stop, and then the value ranges from 10 to 100. Okay, so let's try out with 10. Let's copy this and we'll try out other numbers also. 10, let's do 30, let's do 50, 70, and 100. 100 will basically be the end product, as these are a lot of, so it will take some time to generate. So now generations are finally complete. Let's have a look from the start. So this is 10. This is very blurry, and we go to 30. It's kind of clear, but still not there. 50 is the mark where we see actual definition of the character's faces. Then we see at like this is 70. 50 we cannot still see much of it. Then after that 70 is much more clear, and 100 is basically the end product. So yeah, that will obviously look good. That basically covers the stop parameter as well. In the next video, we'll cover the rest of the parameters, and that will be the end of the series. You will be knowing all the parameters, and you can use them any way you want. Till then, have a good day. Bye.